So today I am going to derive the formula of maximum height. If a body is projected, the maximum height of the body I want to derive. In all the derivation, in all the derivation we start with this formula, okay? In all the derivation, always start with this formula, s equal to ut plus half at square, okay? So h is the vertical distance, understood? I mean, if the body is moving along this path, its shadow on y-axis, going up, understood? Going up. Suppose there is a light, understood? Imagine a light is coming in this direction. A body is moving along the curve. If the body is moving along the curve, the shadow on y-axis appeared to be moving upward. Understood? Look at this. The body is moving along the path. The shadow of the body on y-axis appeared to be moving upward. As the body reaches the maximum height, the vertical shadow attained the maximum point. I will repeat, don't worry. Let me explain some 3 or 4 points. After that, I will ask you. You can ask me all your doubt. So, as the body moving like this, the shadow on y-axis appeared to be moving like this, attains the maximum height. This height I want to find out. So, let me start with the formula. Height is displacement, right? S equal to ut plus half at square. So, remember, let me explain one important point is, I am explaining the same way, given in NCERT textbook. As the body is moving like this, once the body attains the maximum point, the time required for reaching the maximum point is half of the time of flight. Please memorize that. The time taken for the body to reach the maximum height will be half of the time of flight. The proof is not required for us. And the remaining time to reach the ground will be the other half of the time of flight. The total time of this journey will be t, time of flight. The time taken by the body to reach the maximum height will be t by 2, capital letter t by 2. Its proof is not required for us. Okay, in textbook they use that concept to derive maximum value of h. So let me explain. S equal to ut plus half at square. I will definitely interact with you, but let me write some 2 or 3 steps. If I write y below the letter, I must write y below each letters in the right hand side. This technique I discussed in the previous class. If I write y below each letter, I must write y below each letters in the right side. So, Sy is, let us call this as Sy. Sy is the maximum height. Sy is the displacement along y direction, right? This displacement, I am talking about this displacement. Sy is the displacement along y direction. The distance covered by the shadow on y-axis. Sy is the maximum height, h. Sy is the maximum height h. Look at the diagram. Uy. In the previous class, you please go through the previous class note. In the previous class note, you have written that ux is u sin theta and uy is u sin theta. You have already written. I don't want to explain the reason for that. Ux is u sin theta, uy is ux is u cos theta, ux is u cos theta, uy is u sin theta. I have explained the derivation also. So uy is u sin theta. And t, the time taken for the shadow to reach the maximum height. the time taken by the vertical shadow to reach the maximum height will be half of the time of flight. In the another half, the shadow will be going down. So the time taken for the shadow on y-axis to reach the maximum height will be half of the time of flight. So the time taken for the shadow to reach the maximum height will be t by 2, half of time of flight, plus half into ay is the acceleration along y-axis. You please go through the previous class note. Ay is minus g. Ay is minus g. One minute. There is another, okay, in textbook they use this technique, but there is another simple way in which I can discuss this. 1 minute. Square plus 2as. In another way, also I can derive the maximum height. V square equal to u square plus 2as. That method is much better. I think in textbook they use this technique, but in any method you can derive, no problem. Okay, I will explain in another way that I am talking about this journey. Let me use this formula. All of you please listen. V square equal to u square plus 2as. This is much convenient in this problem. I think so. This formula is much convenient in this case. V square equal to u square plus 2as. V square is the final velocity of this vertical shadow. When this vertical shadow reaches the maximum point, its velocity is 0. The shadow going up and then going down. So once the shadow reaches the maximum height, the final velocity will be 0. Let me write y below each letters. Vy is the final velocity of the shadow when the shadow reaches the maximum point. It is 0. Don't worry, I will repeat if you need. Okay, Vy is the final velocity of the shadow. When the shadow reaches the maximum height, the velocity will be 0. Uy I have already discussed, u sin theta. 2 into ay. Ay also we studied in the previous class. Ay equal to minus g. You can go through the previous class note. Ay is minus g. Sy is the maximum height. Which is capital letter H. Let me write the final answer. After that you can ask me doubt. Okay. So 0, left side is 0 equal to right side is u square sin square theta. Is that okay? U square sin square theta. Minus 2gh. Definitely I will repeat if you have any doubt. Okay, if you have any doubt in any specific doubt, you can ask me. Minus 2gh taken to left hand side. 2gh equal to u square sin square theta, or h equal to maximum height, u square sin square theta divided by 2g. So let me explain once again. Okay, so I'm going to derive the formula of maximum height. So we imagine that you just look at this diagram. The body is moving along this path. Parallelly, its vertical shadow going upward. As the body moving like this, the shadow on y-axis moving up. As the body reaches the maximum height, This will be the position of the shadow on y-axis. So we are studying the motion of the vertical shadow. Okay, this green colored motion. Okay, green colored one. So we start with the formula v square equal to u square plus 2as. We are writing y below each letter. Vy is the final velocity of the shadow. That will be 0. When the shadow reaches the maximum height, the final velocity is 0. Hence Vy is written as 0. Uy we studied in the previous class. Uy is the initial vertical speed. U sin theta we studied in the previous class. And Ay also we studied in the previous class. It is minus g. Sy is the distance covered. I mean vertical displacement. Sy is the distance covered by the shadow. It is maximum height. Then I did the arrangement. Finally, I got the formula of h. All of you please write down. If you don't understand any step, please ask. Okay, please write down. If you are 100% clear, and written all this step, raise your hand. Devasri, you can ask me doubt. Okay. Aryan understood. Aaron, Rakshana, Devasri, Raj, Shivani. Everyone is clear. Shivani understood. Okay.
Sir, can you say how t by 2 came? One more.
Aaron has a doubt. This t by 2 is not required. Okay. Initially, I thought I can derive using the formula s equal to ut plus half a t square. But later I understood that this derivation is much convenient. So you can forget about t by 2. Okay.
Oh.
T by 2 is nothing but it is the time taken by the body to reach the maximum height. The body is going along this path, right? The time taken by the body to reach the maximum height will be half of the time of flight. Time of flight means what? The time taken by the body to reach the ground. I mean this position. The body starting from this position, the time taken by the body to reach the final position. So everyone is clear? The derivation is okay? Please respond. Derivation is clear?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay. The most important thing is the derivation as well as the numerical problems. Some questions are really tough. I will discuss I will give the more importance to numericals. Let me discuss a few problems from textbook. 1 minute. Just wait. Let me select this question taken from text. I think it is formula based question, but let us try it. Let us try it. All of you please listen. A cricket ball is thrown at a speed of 28 meters per second. All of you please remove your raised hand. I will read the question. A cricket ball is thrown at a speed of 28 meters per second in a direction 30 degrees above the horizontal. Calculate the maximum height, time taken by the ball to return to the same level, the distance from the thrower to the point where the ball returns to the same level. It is actually a direct question, but if you don't remember all these three formulas are required. If you don't remember the formula, you are not able to solve this question. The formula appear to be similar. Don't make any mistake. Okay. Time of flight, range, and maximum height. All the formulas containing u, sin, and g. So don't confuse with the formula. You have to read the formula again and again. Finally, you have to memorize all the formula. Okay. So the question is, the diagram is clear. Okay, it's actually a direct question. Without drawing the diagram, we can solve it. We can solve it. A cricket ball is thrown. Okay, a cricket ball is thrown at a speed of 28 meter per second, meaning that the initial speed, the speed of the projection, u is 28 meter per second. The ball is projected at the speed of 28 meter per second at an angle 30 degree. Theta equal to 30 degree. Angle of projection is 30 degree. Understood. Above horizontal. Okay. Calculate the maximum height. Maximum height, you know that. Maximum height means which one? This one is the maximum height. Understood. The maximum height I want. H. Which formula to be used? Don't forget the formula. Maximum height is given by the formula u square sine square theta by 2g. Actually, yes. You must know the basics of trigonometry. Actually, you studied in 10th standard. Raj, are you okay? Understood? Raj? Are you okay listening? Okay. Your name? Kajal. Okay. You please try to rename it. Okay, Kajal. H equal to u square after the class. Okay, next class onwards you can do it. You can rename it. U square sine square theta by 2g. I will give you one similar question. Never forget this formula. U square sine square theta by 2g is the maximum height. It's just a direct question. U is 28. 28 square. Understood. Sine square theta will be sine square 30 degree divided by 2g. G is actually 9.8. You know that. G is actually 9.8, but in numerical questions we can approximate it as 10 because the calculator is not allowed. That's why the G value is approximately 9.8, but you can approximate it as 10 for the calculation purpose. Devasri, do you know the value of sine 30? Devasri?
Sir, 1 by 2.
1 by 2. Yes. So 28 into sine square 30 will be 1 by 2 square. Sine 30 you studied in 10th standard. Sine 30 is 1 by 2 square. 1 by 2 square. 1 by 2 into 1 by 2. Okay. Or 1 by 4. 1 by 2 square will be 1 by 4. Denominator is 2 into 10. I want to avoid the calculation. That calculation part you can do later. Okay. Let me avoid the calculation. Numerator. What happens is 1 minute. 28 by 4 becomes 7. And this 228 becomes 14. 14 into 7 by 10. Right? 14 into 7 by 10. 9.8. Is it correct? Okay, now 14 to 9.8. I got the value 9.8 meter is the maximum height. Not completed. All of it clear till this step? If you are okay, 100% clear, raise your hand. If you are 100% clear, raise your hand. And if you don't understand, please ask me. I am ready to repeat it. Kajal understood. Rakshana, Aaron, clear. Devasri, clear. Aryan, okay ano? Aryan, clear ano? Aryan?
Yes, sir.
Shivani, you understood Shivani?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then what is the next question? It is taken from text. The time taken by the ball to return to the same level. Same level means starting from A, the B is the same level, right? Same level. A and B are in the same level. A is the starting point, B is the final point. The time taken by the ball to return to the same level, that is time of flight. How much time is required by the body to reach B? The time of flight is the second question. So first question I answered. The second question is time of flight. We have a formula 2u sine theta by g. Time of flight 2u sine theta by g. 2 into 28 into sine theta, okay, by g. G approximately 10. Sine 30 we can write it as 1 by 2. Sine 30 is 1 by 2. Calculation I don't want to discuss. That you can try later. 2.8 seconds. Understood? Or anybody have doubt? All of it clear? Time of flight is okay? Time of flight is clear. So then next, what is the third question? The distance from the thrower to the point where the ball returned to the same level. The distance from the thrower to point where it returns to the same level. So the last question is range. The last question is about range. The distance from the thrower to the point where it returns. Range is the third question. U square sine 2 theta by g. This is the formula of range. U square sine 2 theta by g. U square will be 28 square. Sine 2 theta will be sine of 2 into 30 degree. Is it correct? 2 theta will be 2 into 30 degree. Divide by 10. 28 into 28 into sine 60 degree. Anybody? Anybody? What do you remember? Sine 60 you studied in 10th standard.
Sir, sine 60
So,
is
Root 3 by 2. Sine 60 is root 3 by 2 divided by 10. Simplification gives 1 minute. Let me do the simplification. Just a minute. 1 minute. 28 into 28 divided by 2 divided by 10. 39.2. And remember the approximate value of root 3. Approximate value of root 3 is 1.73. You please memorize it. Approximate value is of root 3 is 1.73. Okay. So that into 1.73. 67.8. Final answer is 67.8 meter. This is the range. All of you please write down. If you are 100% clear and written, then raise your hand. If you don't understand, you please ask me. I am ready to repeat it. But you must ask me doubt.
Sir, can you say me the final calculation, sir?
Shall I show that final calculation do you need?
Yes, sir. The third one, range, sir.
Actually, others please wait just a minute. The final calculation means, look here. This 28 by 2 becomes 14. Is that okay? Is that okay?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Then 28 into 14. Shall I show that multiplication step? 28 into 14, you can do the multiplication. Okay. I will show you the value. 28 into 14. 392. 28 into 14, 392. 392. Root 3, I told you 1.73. by 10. Is that okay?
Yes, sir.
Then 392 by 10. 392 by 10, 39.2 into 1.73. 39.2 into 1.73. You can take 1.7, no problem. You may take 1.7, there is no issue. The approximate value we need 67.8 meter.
Okay, sir.
Method is clear.
Yes, sir.
I will give you one similar question by changing some values. Actually, you need practice. So I will give you one question. You have to send me the answer within 2 minutes. Have you written completed? All of you have finished? All of you have finished? Okay, okay. Not all the questions, only one or two question I will give. Let me make some modification in this question, okay? In every class I will give you some one or two, minimum one question. You have to do the problems in the class itself, okay? So let me make some change in the value. 1 minute.